Have you ever felt like you're running on empty, but life keeps demanding more? What if the key to surviving the chaos isn't about fighting harder, but thinking differently? And what if an ancient philosophy could quietly guide you through even your darkest days? Ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., eyes fixed on the ceiling, wondering how you'll gather the strength to face another day? We've all had those moments, or at least most of us have, when life feels like a never-ending storm and you're silently hoping for just one clear sign, one anchor to hold on to. That's where Stoicism steps in. But before we dive deeper, a heartfelt thank you. Our Stoic community has just reached an incredible milestone, over 50,000 subscribers. That's not just a number, that's over 50,000 souls united in the pursuit of clarity, strength, and a better way to live when the world around us gets overwhelming. You're not walking this path alone. We're walking it together. And if you're new here, or simply haven't yet, go ahead and tap that notification bell and subscribe. Why? Because today, we're going to explore 8 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you turn even your hardest days into stepping stones toward growth. As always, I offer this challenge to those who genuinely seek inner strength. Watch this video until the very end. Show yourself that you're committed, that you're not giving up when things get hard. Are you ready? Let's begin. Embrace the present moment. Life has this uncanny way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it. 1 moment, everything feels manageable. The next, you're juggling deadlines, emotional weight, and responsibilities that seem to multiply overnight. Remember a time when your heart was heavy, maybe from a loss or a mistake that haunted you? Maybe you were drowning in worry about tomorrow. But here's the truth. The only moment you truly own is this one, right now. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's greatest minds, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's not just a quote to memorize, it's a principle to live by. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And that response begins in the present. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, pause. Take a breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Listen to the world. Around you, the hum of life. This moment, fleeting as it is, holds your power, your peace, your potential. By embracing the now, you're not just getting through life, you're shaping it. Each present moment is a quiet decision to choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion. And with every conscious breath, you're building a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Practice gratitude, and that brings us to something just as powerful, yet often forgotten in the rush of daily life. As we saw in the last part, embracing the present moment gives us back control, one breath at a time. But to truly thrive in life's storms, we must also open our eyes to what we do have, even in the darkest hours. That's where the practice of gratitude begins. Think back to a moment of joy, a shared laugh around the dinner table, the gentle hug of someone who just gets you, or even the warmth of a blanket on a cold and lonely night. These memories, however simple, are not just fleeting comforts. They're reminders of light, glimpses of grace. When we recognize and cherish these moments, no matter how small, we begin to train our minds to seek the silver lining behind every cloud. But let's be clear, gratitude isn't only reserved for good times. It's just as powerful, if not more, in the hard ones. True gratitude is about finding meaning in our struggles. Every setback, every challenge, every sleepless night, it all holds within it a chance to grow, to become wiser, and to deepen our strength. So when life feels heavy, try this. Pause and search for just one thing to be thankful for. It could be the breath in your lungs, the lesson in the pain, or the mere fact that you're still standing. This small habit won't magically fix the situation, but it will shift your perspective. And sometimes that shift is exactly what we need to face the next moment with courage. Cultivate inner strength. Life often feels like sailing across a vast, unpredictable sea. Some days are gentle, the wind soft, the waters calm. Other days, the storms arrive, sudden and fierce, testing everything within us. It's in those storms that our inner strength becomes the anchor that holds us steady. And no, it's not about brute force or physical power. It's about the quiet resilience of your spirit, the steady resolve of your mind, and the unshakable courage of your heart. It's that inner whisper that says, hold on, just a little, longer. Epictetus, a revered Stoic thinker, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words are a compass. They guide us to realize that while we can't control the storm, we can choose how we respond to it. By building our inner strength, brick by brick, day by day, we reclaim our power. We stop being at the mercy of external events and start turning obstacles into stepping stones. How? Through small, consistent acts of bravery, through choosing growth over comfort, through learning from every bruise and every battle. The truth is, every painful moment contains a lesson in disguise, and the more we learn, the stronger we become. As this strength deepens, we're not just enduring storms, we're preparing to sail toward horizons we once thought were unreachable. So don't wait for life to be easy. Instead, build the strength to rise when it's not. Practice patience. Now, let's take a breath and slow down. Have you ever watched a flower bloom? It doesn't rush, it doesn't force, it simply unfolds, petal by petal, in its own time. There's a quiet beauty in its patience, and just like that flower, our lives also have a rhythm, a timing that can't be hurried, a pace that demands we trust the process. Think of those quiet moments when you held someone's hand, not to speak, not to fix, just to be. Weren't those moments often deeper than any words could ever be? Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "Time is a river, a violent current of events, glimpsed once and already carried past us, and another follows and is gone." This poetic truth reminds us that time flows with or without our permission. Our impatience often comes from wanting to speed up the good and skip over the pain. But we can't command the river. We can only choose how we navigate its waves. Patience, then, is not simply waiting. It's waiting with trust, with intention. It's understanding that everything, every joy, every hardship arrives in its season. And as we prepare to move into the next principle, ask yourself, are you forcing your way forward? Or are you flowing with trust? As we explored before, patience isn't about waiting passively. It's about preparing, growing, and trusting that your season will come. So when you feel restless, remember the flower that blooms slowly and the river that flows without force. Understand what is within your control. Picture this. You're standing in the middle of a stormy night. Thunder roars above, lightning cracks across the sky, and the wind pushes hard against you, trying to knock you down. You can't command the storm to stop. You can't redirect the lightning or still the wind, but you can choose to light a candle. You can step inside for shelter. You can hold on to something sturdy, something that keeps you anchored. That's the essence of this principle. It's not about controlling the storm. It's about understanding what's in your control and what isn't. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Think about that. How often do we burn ourselves out trying to change what simply can't be changed? We stress over people's opinions, the past, the unknown future, but none of those are truly ours to command. What is in our control? Our actions, our attitude, the way we speak, the way we respond in the face of discomfort or fear. These are your candles in the darkness, small, steady sources of power. When the storm comes, and it always does, you may not be able to stop the rain, but you can decide whether to find joy in the downpour or stay frozen in fear. Recognizing what's within your control isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It liberates you, because suddenly you're no longer fighting battles that were never yours to win. And as you let go of what you can't command, you begin to master what you can. You begin to thrive, not just survive, the storms of life. Learn from adversity now. Let's shift the lens. Imagine a blacksmith's forge. A blade begins as a dull, raw piece of metal. It's only through relentless heat and hammering that it takes shape, sharper, stronger, and more refined with every strike. That's adversity. At first glance, trials feel harsh, almost cruel. But like the fire that tempers steel, challenges mold us. They burn away what's weak and reveal what's unbreakable. Seneca put it beautifully. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. These aren't just poetic words, they're a call to transform how we see our struggles. Each setback isn't simply an obstacle, it's a lesson in disguise, a test of character, an invitation to grow. When life throws you into the fire, you have a choice. Will you resist and melt, or allow the heat to refine you? To embrace adversity doesn't mean seeking out suffering or pretending everything is fine. It means looking at your pain and asking, what is this trying to teach me? And when you do that, when you start to see your hardships as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, something powerful happens. You evolve. You become wiser, calmer, more grounded. So the next time you're in the fire, remember the blacksmith. And remember that you are being shaped into something stronger than you were before. Seek wisdom, and through it all, through the storms, the struggles, and the lessons, there is one constant: the pursuit of wisdom. As we said before, the journey toward wisdom is never a straight line. It's a path marked by reflection, humility, and a willingness to grow. That journey doesn't end. In fact, for the Stoics, it only deepens with time. Seek wisdom. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This isn't just an invitation to gather facts or memorize ideas. It's a deeper call, a call to explore life with curiosity, to reflect on your actions, to question your beliefs, and to remain open to change. Because true wisdom isn't found in having all the answers, it's in asking the right questions. Wisdom begins when we admit we don't know everything. It's the courage to say, there's still more to learn. It's about being teachable by victories and defeats, by strangers and friends, by books and by silence. Seeking wisdom means keeping your heart open and your mind alert. It's found in quiet observation, in deep listening, in seeing beyond the surface of people and situations. Every encounter, every moment holds a hidden lesson, if you're willing to notice it. And remember, wisdom is not a destination. It's a lifelong pilgrimage, a process that sharpens your mind, softens your ego, and stretches the boundaries of what you believe is possible. As you walk this path, treasure each insight, honor every shift in understanding, and recognize that the journey itself is the reward. Cultivate compassion, and along this path of wisdom, there's something else you'll find. Something that binds us all together. Compassion. Have you ever looked at someone smiling, calm, and wondered what battles they might be? Silently fighting? Every person you meet is carrying a story. And though your journey is uniquely yours, the thread that connects us to one another is empathy. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What injures the hive injures the bee." Simple words, but deeply profound. When you offer kindness, when you show understanding, especially when it's not easy, you're doing more than comforting another. You're healing the collective human spirit. You're strengthening the hive, and in turn, strengthening yourself. Compassion is not about pity. It's about presence. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and saying, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and then taking action, no matter how small, to help lighten their load. Practicing compassion means holding space, not judgment. It means speaking less and listening more. It means reaching out rather than turning away. In a divided world, compassion becomes the bridge that mends, the glue that holds our humanity together. And the beauty is, when you extend compassion, your own life becomes richer, more connected, more fulfilling. Because in this grand, mysterious tapestry of life, we're not isolated threads, we're woven together. And with that, we come to the end of these 8 timeless Stoic lessons, each one a stepping stone toward resilience, peace, and purpose in an unpredictable world. Apply them consistently, and you won't just survive the chaos. You'll grow wiser, stronger, and more grounded through it. But don't just take my word for it. Live it. Practice it. Become it. And now, here's something exciting. A special announcement is coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. You won't want to miss it. If this video brought you value, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need these words, and comment below with, I will keep going, or I never give up, to declare your commitment to this path. And if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe for more powerful teachings rooted in ancient Stoic wisdom. Your support helps us reach more people who are looking for strength, clarity, and peace. Thank you so much for watching. Stay grounded, stay curious, stay stoic. And now, choose the next video that appears on your screen to continue your journey. See you there.